From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Max, of course, at my bar, where everyone has a chance to sit at the bar and tell their story. Brought to you by our good friends at Heritage Capital Group and Client Focus Meeting. Jamar is here from Client Focus Media, and he's brought some friends. We're going to talk a little training, a little sports performance, talk a little HR, and a little business, all along the way, and maybe kicking our youth in the ass as we get along. Let's go to Yara Banks. She's up first, BNX Financial Solutions. Hi, Yara.
I'm great.
You know, they tell me that I would have a problem with HR. Do you think that's true?
Depending on the environment, right?
That's right.
So you talk about culture, workplace culture, what's acceptable in the workplace.
Yeah.
So the military has a certain type of persona and characteristics that would be different, that would not necessarily transfer. The culture wouldn't necessarily transfer into corporate America, right? So it depends on how you set the tone for your culture and what's expected, what's the norm around people.
So you're helping small businesses, right?
Absolutely.
And you from what we talked about off the air, HR early is very important for success.
Very important. Before you ever put a job posting out, you need HR help. You need your policies, your procedures, your expectations,
bylaws,
your documents.
Whatever.
You need to know about the laws, everything that's surrounding that before you ever put a job description.
This is how we run it. This is how you do it, and everyone that's a part of it is going to follow those.
Right, and it's good for setting those expectations, but it's also good for managing your time, right?
Sure.
As a leader, a lot of times you'll see these organizations where they spend time managing people all the time, micromanaging or managing.
No, right.
And mostly reactive rather than proactive, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, this happened. What should we do? Oh my God, this happened. What should we do? Yeah. If you have those policies, procedures, and expectation on paper, it already tells you what to do.
Yeah, it's
all you do, go to page 11.
Did you read your bylaws? No.
That's how we're handling this today.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot of your mental capacity, your mental energy, gives it back to you, gives you that time back to focus on revenue generating activities rather than worrying about these little things that come up in the
Setting
workplace.
a foundation.
Setting the foundation.
That's key. No doubt about it. Jamar Suber, how are you, bud?
Good
to see you, man.
Absolutely. This
is right up your alley.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is all day. You know, just like BNX and ISI, Client Focused Media, our drive is to lay that solid foundation.
Yep.
You know, we do what we do best, which is helping to fortify entrepreneurs, fortify small businesses.
Yeah, that's right.
And take you guys to the top of the mountain.
And you got to start with that foundation. It's true, man.
You have to.
You can always go back to it if you have to.
That's right.
Right? Neal Sterling is here for Jaguar. What's up, my man?
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Finally got you on the show. Great to have you. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Tell us
got
about
my water. I'm good.
There you go. ISI Elite Training.
Yes.
Neal, tell us about it.
Yes. So brand new workout facility at the town center.
Cool.
We got the CEO yesterday.
Congrats.
So, literally just came here from the facility. We're building up all the equipment. We start tours tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, super excited. It's all group fitness, 50 minutes, all led by a certified coach.
Nice.
We use what's called athletic-based training, where we take what athletes do in their training and we kind of cater it to the public. And it's for all levels, whether you're a beginner or a professional athlete, you know, you can come in, get your work, and it's going to be a fun time.
Walking lunges all the way through.
Walking lunges,
stop halfway.
they're going to happen in there.
All the way through.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah, man.
The hindquarters, they say, give you some power. So talk about what Yara's talking about with, you know, HR and setting that foundation. What's the foundation at ISI?
Yeah, so since it being a franchise, headquarters really does a great job in providing us all the necessary tools to kind of succeed. They're located out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So being that it's a franchise, you know, they really kind of walk us through the steps on how to be successful and, you know, how to, you know, the whole HR thing, you know, make sure you have your policies in place, make sure you got your handbook in place, make sure you got everything kind of in line in that direction. But it was funny, she said something about managing people, and I noticed that that's something that me and my wife and our facility manager have really been having to do and trying to learn our ways through that.
Right. What's the best way, do you think, to manage people?
Well, first of all, everybody, you guys all heard of emotional intelligence?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it takes a lot of introspect, right? You have to know who you are, what your emotional triggers are, and you have to understand your people. You have to know them. It's part of nurturing them. It's part of their growth and development, right?
Yeah.
And so if you know who they are, you know their characteristics, right? You know their character. You know how they react to certain things. You know how to tailor my conversation with you different than I would tailor my conversation with you to get the same message through.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it comes down to knowing who you're talking to, knowing your audience, just like in marketing, right? In communications, knowing your audience,
know your people,
but know who you are too.
Yeah.
So if you know that this person pops off and you kind of have a little short temper, you might want to do it in a casual environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Around some cupcakes and say, hey, you're not cutting the mustard, as opposed to kind of in your face behind a closed door where it gives you the opportunity to step outside your character.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
You got to deliver it different.
It's been a learning experience for me because, being a football player and having that football background, especially in the NFL, it's a very in your face, get your job done. It's a high energy, high stress kind of environment.
Yeah.
And almost I didn't really have to rely on too many other people to really be successful. It was kind of I had to do what I had to do to be successful. Now I have to realize that my employees and people that I'm working with aren't coming from that environment, and you have to talk to them in different ways.
You have to coach them. You have to nurture them. You have to give them what they need. And at the end of the day, whatever messages you have for them, it has to come down to the generations that we currently see in the workplace. What's in it for them? And as long as you can show them that, you got that buy-in.
Yeah. No, it's changed. I mean, look, I came from Coughlin, right? Coughlin yelled at me. It didn't bother me. It meant I had to do something better. So other guys didn't like being yelled at. So you have to deliver it a little bit different. Today, in today's society, like you're talking about, maybe a little not into being yelled at all the time. But the principles don't change, but the delivery has got to change.
So it has to depend on who you're talking to. And for you, your physical, what's the word I want to say? How you present physically, right? You have to keep that in mind, that in and of itself could be intimidating to people. And so with that being said, you don't want that, the brawn and the loud voice and the tone, right? You need to figure out how can I make myself maybe look a little more, I always call it softer. You know what I mean?
Soften up, Neal.
Yeah, it's funny because going in this business, that's actually something that I had to learn about myself and kind of change with myself, because I remember my first day walking around the town center trying to, just talk to people and spread the word about the gym going on. I was super nervous. I wasn't really outgoing. I was kind of I don't know if I should approach this person. Now, I learned how to kind of show off myself. I always walk in with a smile. I'll give a high five or something. I'll say, what's up? How's your day? And it makes people feel a little bit more welcome when they see me.
Well, and letting them know you care, having those genuine conversations.
Exactly.
Then when you get on them, they'll be like, all right, he's at least being honest.
I always say this.
And consistent.
Correction without relationship will never work.
I like it.
All they have is Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. But if I know that you genuinely care about my well-being, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, as we wrap up, Neal, where in the town center are you guys at? What give us a little landmark?
We are kind of close to the PGA golf store in that same center right there. We're actually Unit 403.
ISI Elite Training, baby. That's awesome, man. Congrats. That's no
awesome.
Easy task. So
man.
And how about you, Yara? How can people find you that are watching the show?
They can find me on all social media channels, but BNX Financial Solutions, www.bnxfinancial.com is where they can find me, and happy to help.
Great to have you guys on, man. All the best. All right, that's cool, man. Appreciate them coming on. Everybody is welcome to have a seat at the bar and tell your story, man, because everyone's got a story to tell, and you get to do it right here for free, by the way. Just sit at the bar and have a good time. Make sure you check out their great profiles, this conversation, and hundreds of others at the dailynewsnetwork.com website. So until next time, stay safe and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The team at Heritage Capital Group is special because it's a collection of people across the spectrum.
We have people who have been in the shoes of owners that are looking to buy and sell, and professionals that have executed transactions helping buy and sell companies for decades.
I think when you talk to us, see what our experience is, see what our skills are, see the reach that we have, you'll be very happy with the recommendation.